Hi everyone and welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons. Today's lesson on grade 10 equations, we're looking at the seventh variation, right? Solving literal equations. So literal equations are those equations we use in financial maths. For simple compound interest, we use it in mechanics to calculate distance, speed, time, acceleration, use them in electricity, etc., right? So in short, let's look at the problem. So a literal equation is an equation. We use letters as coefficients and or constant terms. So what do I mean with that? See there y equal ax plus q. So my coefficient there is a letter instead of a value, right? They say solve for x, so I must make x the subject of the formula. So literal equations you're going to use. You must know how to manipulate these equations, right? So there, to solve for x, I have to give ax on its own. So whatever is attached to it needs to move away from it. So plus q, if I take it to the other side, becomes minus q. So I transpose q to the other side. Now I have ax. I want to solve for x, so I want x on its own, and I need to get rid of a. That means a times x. So to get rid of a, I'm going to divide by a, so that becomes y minus q divided by a equal x. So they have made x the subject of formula. Alright, so this is just basically what you would do normally when you use the equations solving a problem. You'd either use x or a. Right, so let's go to the next problem. So solve for y. So I have a y here and I have a y on the other side. So they gave me a, y minus p equal p, y plus x. So to get y on its own, I'm going to multiply out first by using the distributive law. So I'm going to say a times y gives me ay. A times negative p gives me negative ap. P times y gives me py. P times x would give me px. Right now I want y. I'm solving for y. So I take all my y's to the left hand side. So I have ay minus py. If I take ap across, it goes from negative ap to plus ap. Right now I want to solve for y, so there between the two I'm going to take out y as a common factor, right? So if I take out y, ay divided by y gives me a, py divided by y gives me p. Right, that side there I can take out p as a common factor. Now I'm left with x plus a. I want to solve for y, so I want y on its own, so that's y times that bracket. So to get rid of multiplication, I use division. So that becomes px plus a divided by a minus p. And they have made y the subject of the formula. Alright, to make a question mark subject to the formula. So now we're going to give you, 3.1 there, I gave you equation for momentum, which you will learn in grade 12. And they want me to make velocity, or v, the subject of the formula. So change the subject of the formula to letters on the right. Alright, so I have p equal m times v. We want v as the subject of the formula. So to get v on its own, you see I have m. That means m times v. So to get rid of m, I'm going to divide by m both sides. So the mv divided by m. What I do on one side, I have to do on the other side, so that becomes p divided by m. So m divided by m cancels, and I have v equal p over m. Alright, so they have made v the subject of the formula. It's on its own. 3.2, now I have fk equal mu k times n. They want me to work out mu k. So this is the equation you learn in grade 11 that we use to calculate friction. Alright, so kinetic friction equals the coefficient of kinetic friction times normal force. Right, so they want me to make mu k the subject of the formula. So again, I need to get rid of n. I want mu k on its own, so mu k n divided by n. I do one side, I must do the other side, fk divided by n. N and n cancels here, so I'm left with mu k equal fk over n. Right, and they have made mu k, my coefficient of kinetic friction, the subject of the formula. Right, next problem. Right, so again we want to make h here. Right, So this year we're going to do in grade 10 and we're going to do it grade 12. Photoelectric effect, right? Or working out the energy of photons. So there my energy equals Planck's constant times the speed of light, which is c, divided by wavelength or lambda. We want h as the subject of the formula. So again, first we need to get rid of whatever is attached to h. So I have c over lambda to get rid of division, and you're going to use multiplication. So there, that becomes e times lambda equal h times c. To get rid of c, I'm going to divide both sides by c. So that's hc divided by c, which gives me h. E times lambda divided by c. So h equal e times lambda over c. Right? 3.4. G equal gm over d2. So we want d is the subject of the formula. So first I'm going to get rid of d2 here as a denominator and multiply it away. So that becomes g times d squared equal gm. Alright? From there, d squared, to get d squared on its own, I'm going to divide by g. So divide by g, I'm left with d squared, but what I do one side, I must do the other side. So that becomes gm divided by g. Alright, I don't want d squared, but d. So to get from d squared to d, I'm going to say square root of d squared gives me d. And then if I find square root of gm over g, very important, remember there's a plus minus sign. So this here was all done just to show you how to manipulate equations. You need to know how to manipulate these equations for subjects like physics. Even in maths, we're going to manipulate equations, life sciences, geography. So most of our sciences, we're going to have some form of equation or manipulation. Not all subjects have a lot of equations, but whatever equation is there, even in economics, you must be able to manipulate those equations. Right? I hope you understand what I've explained. Wish you nothing but the best. Continue practicing. God bless. Bye.